just with the time that we've got remaining, I'd like to take a brief moment to ask both of our speakers for their key takeaways or their final thoughts. David, we heard from you first. Perhaps you want to close us out with a few of your key takeaways from today.
Well, I think the key takeaway is to be, from a professional standpoint, the accountants and attorneys out there, be more diligent. I think be more aware of your clients and be more involved in their operations to understand it, because the IRS knows that when you're in these targeted areas and you have the C Corp or the S Corps that have 5 or fewer, be a little bit more diligent there, because the IRS is really targeting those type of businesses, and there's a manual for there's an audit technique guide that the IRS has that they know pretty much in and out of all these type of businesses, whether it's a car dealership or the like. So I think you've got to really step up your game and not just signing tax returns. Let's do a little more due diligence to try to help the client, maybe guide them, and so that they can steer away from many of the things that encompass this, as penalties and interest, as Mark said, and then potential criminal prosecutions. So I mean that's my take on it as well, and that the IRS is really looking at the professionals to be the gatekeepers and to come to kind of a higher level of scrutiny.
Mark, you were our second speaker. Do you want to give us a few of your key takeaways from today?
Sure. I think have a plan. B, keep fighting. Make sure you take advantage of your due process rights. Make sure you get maximum or acceptable value for a settlement. If you can't get the right value, don't be afraid to take it to the next level. As I noted during my presentation, each level is kind of like an iceberg. Most things get resolved at that level, and then the tip of the iceberg moves on, and essentially it's the next iceberg. So it just kind of moves on and on and on. Very few cases are actually litigated to the end. If you're going to litigate something, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be litigating it until it's done, but you might be litigating it until you can convince the state or the IRS that you've got a good case and that you deserve fair value for a resolution.